Nice ball in behind for Saka. Saka looking for the cross, headed on and in. What a header by Jude Bellingham. That's a lovely bit of work. And Bellingham with a booted header. No keeper stopping that one. And that is England taking the lead with practically their first chance of the game. A very good afternoon, welcome to Euro 2024 live as match day 2 gets underway, a triple header on the way for you. We start with Group B opponents, Croatia against Albania, who both lost on match day 1 and will be looking for a response. Croatia, who were carved to pieces by a very technically good Spanish side on match day 1, losing by 3-0. Albania made it much more difficult for the holders. Italy ended up losing by 2-1. They scored the quickest goal in Euros history, Albania, to take the lead before conceding within 18 minutes. 2 goals to lose the game ultimately. If either one loses today, the round of 16 will look pretty bleak and will not look like a realistic hope for the future. 3 points today would be priceless for both of these two teams to reignite their hopes of a knockout place. Also today we'll be watching both Group A games between Germany and Hungary and Scotland-Switzerland. Scotland and Hungary looking to react from their opening match defeats. Germany looking to build on their massive victory, and Switzerland a very good and strong victory against Hungary. They'll be looking to build upon that. That's all to come today, but let's get back here at Hamburg, where we're watching Croatia against Albania in the Volksparkstadion, and let's have a look at today's teams. Some interesting changes for Croatia. They keep their keeper in nets. Dominik Livakovic continues in goal for Croatia. Right back Josip Juranovic makes his entrance to the side. A back four, of course. From Croatia, their two centre-backs, Josip Sutalo, who retains his place. Josko Vardiol, who started at left-back for Croatia in that game against Spain. He drops into centre-back now, with Ivan Perisic, who was the substitute, coming on at left full-back. An unchanged midfield with Marcelo Brozovic, Mateo Kovacic, and of course Luka Modric, the captain, in midfield. With one change to the front three. Lovro Majer and Andrej Kramaric retain their places, while Bruno Petkovic comes into the side to lead the line for Croatia ahead of Ante Budimir. For Albania, they've not had to make many changes, 2 changes to be exact, from their side that lost 2-1. Could be proud of their performance against Italy. Thomas Strakosha continues in goal. A back four that is unchanged from that game. Alcide Hisai, Arland Ayeti, Berat Jimsiti, the captain, and Mario Mitai in defence. Christian Aslani and Yilbert Ramadani continue in midfield. Naim Bayrami, who scored that goal for Albania, continues in the attacking role. Yasir Asani, Kazim Lachi, and Ray Manai are the attackers. We're about to get underway here in Hamburg. Very speedy beginning of this one. Croatia in their traditional white and red. Albania in their chain strip of black. this afternoon. It's a hot day in Hamburg, and the black will certainly not be a good choice of colour, but they don't have a choice in this one. I'll be hoping they can get points out of this one and get on the board. At least one of these teams has to, and they'll want to get off to a winning point to take into match day 3 to try and get them into the group stages, or into the knockout stages, sorry, and out of the group. Because if either one of these two lose, it will look pretty bleak for their hopes of a knockout place in this tournament this time round. I think the problem for Albania, and I don't want to harp back to kind of old ideas and the cliches too early, but maybe they did score slightly too early in that game. Maybe they did kind of go too early. They want to go again by Rami with a ball in, and well dealt with by Satalo at the back, but they were trying to press early there, Albania. It would have been a record. I don't think any team has scored 2 first-minute goals in the Euros in history. I wouldn't put that on the line. Well, they can't do it now. A minute has just passed. Albania on the ball here with Ayeti. Right to Hisai. And that ball forward again. Nicked in midfield there by Asani, but intercepted as Ayeti has to step in. It's all about how Croatia respond as well, you know. It's not that they struggled to get on the ball against Spain. It's the fact that when they did get on the ball, they just weren't able to take any chances in the final third. And Spain were very clinical on the day. And there was a point where it was 0-0. And Spain scored 2 goals within a matter of about 3 minutes or so to cruise into a lead. And that really would have disheartened Croatia. And we saw that in the game. And I want to get off to a much better start and open their scoring in the competition. The only team in Group B yet to score. Croatia certainly got a lot of quality in their side to help them in doing so, but Albania have had good early possession here as Manai tries to hold it up. And again, they make a meal of that in midfield there, Croatia. Given away that time by Meyer. Here's Mitai. Aslani. I have to be honest, it's not going to be easy to point out these Albanian players because they've gone black shirts with red lettering on the shirts, which in the sun makes it impossible to read. Although that's a good bit of hold-up play from Manai. The ball in behind by Rami. Again, battling. Has to go back to Mitai. Aslani. And Manai again trying to squeeze through, but using his body well, Manai, early doors. Something that I said that kind of they struggled to do in the last game, Albania. Through Armando Broja. Just he is a physical presence, Broja, but he really struggled to do that. And so far, Ray Manai, the centre forward for Albania today, has done that a couple of times, trying to hold up the ball, get his side moving in the wide areas. And Croatia really struggled to get decent possession so far. They've given it away again here. Manai holding up, and trying to run himself, and he will get it pulled back for a free kick here as he was pulled. So, I'm sure Silvino will be happy with how his side have started. They're not ahead like they were in the first game at this point, but they're certainly starting well here. The referee Francois Letessier giving the free kick. The Frenchman. The free kick's taken. Manai was the target again, but good defending back there by Juranovic, and headed it back to Livakovic in the Croatian goal. I have to say, I felt sorry for Livakovic in that game against Spain. 3 goals that were, in the end, he couldn't do very much about. The really nice finish from Morata initially. Then the second one from Fabian Ruiz was a screamer, and then a lovely, really nice poacher play by Danny Carvajal for the third goal for Spain. Really, the Croatian keeper couldn't do much about it. We'll have a corner here, Croatia, down the right. Lovro Meyer over to take. Certainly had a lot of corners against Spain. Did Croatia. They'll take this one short. Back to Meyer. 1-2. Round the corner, looking for the overlap, but cut into the box. But again, lots of bodies for Albania to clear it away. Jim City that time. Back to Meyer for Croatia. We're looking for a cross in there. Meyer didn't take that option as Croatia just recycled the ball. Kovacic. Kramaric dropped deep there. Trying to help out. Perisic. Vardiol. Right. Brozovic. Down the right to Meyer. Trying to find his space, but well marshalled there by the Albanian defence. Here's Modric. Lovro Meyer. Brozovic. Kovacic now. Croatia passing it around, looking for an inch of space, but a well structured Albanian defence holding firm at the moment. Here's Juranovic looking for the cross in. Hooked away by Arland Ayeti. Albania doing the job at the back, clearing their lines. But Croatia starting to pose a bit of a threat on the ball. Satalo. Juranovic round the corner, trying to find Modric, closed down. Croatia do well pressing and winning the ball back again. Down the left it comes to Ivan Perisic. Up against Hisai. Has to go backwards, does Perisic. Modric. Will spin it back out to Ivan Perisic on the left. Takes it down nicely with the chest. Hisai in his way again. Perisic seen out, and again no room to break through there. Ivan Perisic, and Albania have the ball back now with Laci. He had it picked his pocket there, and the ball in the box. Kramaric can't get the strike. Trying to keep it alive, and Albania again crowd them out and clear their lines. Initially a good idea by Quasem Laci, but got his pocket picked there, and Croatia were in a good area. Kramaric just couldn't take the opportunity. They will get the free kick here though, Croatia. Ayeti just a bit overzealous in his challenge. Pressing Bruno Petkovic there. And we'll get the free kick here for Croatia. Modric standing with this one. So far, Croatia have targeted the wings. This is a very central free kick. Meyer and Modric over it. Modric to take, lifts it into the box. Headed away. As Manai tries to get the ball forward. That's nicely taken down by Rami. And he's run through here by Rami, but really good covering there by Juranovic to get back and to stop by Rami in his tracks. With a contrast from Josip Juranovic there in an attacking position and getting back to do his defensive work as a right back. The pressures of a modern fullback. Here's Kramaric. Perisic. Now Modric trying to drive in. Again, cleared away by Albania. They win the second ball here. Here's Bayrami. Back to Jim City. Mitai. They need to have a bit of possession now, Albania. Croatia have just slightly edged it in the last few moments, starting to take a bit of control in the game. Getting their more tactical players on the ball now, Croatia, and starting to ping a few passes around. Albania a few last-ditch challenges, but Needs must. I've had a good spell of possession here as the ball comes flying across, and Manai. Well, that's not a great clearance. Still alive. Here's Manai. Bayrami. To Ramadani. Out wide to Hisai. Left foot across in. The header. It's in. That's lovely. Fantastic header by Quasim Laci. And Albania lead. Said they needed a spell of possession to get themselves up the pitch. And one of their best attacks. Breaking forward. And the cross into the box. The header from Quasim Laci. And Livakovic was no opponent to that one. Really good play, working from left to right here. Albania out to the right hand side, and I think it's Hisai. Steps on his left, feeds a lovely ball in. And a fantastic run by Quasim Laci. And the keeper should do so much better there, Livakovic. The header's not in a unsavable position. It's literally inches from the hands of Livakovic. Should do better. Slice of luck for Albania. But a slice of quality from Quasim Laci to give Albania the lead in a crucial game in Group B. And Silvino, the Albanian head coach, hugging his assistant there. Pure emotion and joy from Albania. They give Italy a scare. And now they're giving Croatia a scare too. They might be this tournament's dark horses. Despite losing that first game, they certainly performed to a level worthy of getting something out of Italy. And they now lead, despite not being at their best so far. It's about Croatia's reaction. Albania have taken the lead in both of their games so far, and Croatia so far have gone behind in both of their games. But again, really good from Albania on the counter. It's just really fabulous football, and Croatia, it's all about reacting to this now. The keeper should do better. The defence should be a lot better. I mean, how Quasim Laci had the time and space in the box to make that run, and no one was tracking him, is beyond belief. I mean, we talked about the poor defending from Croatia for some of those goals against Spain, but that is another level of poor defending. Just no one tracking the runner. And then the keeper almost throwing it into his own net there. They've Perisic now. Again. Pip to the ball, and now Albania are on the counter again. Laci once more. And there's a shove there. Will be a foul by Josko Vardiol and a free kick to Albania on the halfway line. You can clearly see the frustration from the Croatian head coach, Zlatko Dalic. Looks very frustrated so far. And the contrast in the two sets of fans at the moment. The Albanian fans singing loud and clear. And the subdued nature of those Croatian fans, who coming into this group would have known that they would have had to cause an upset or two if they were going to get in the top two of this group, Croatia. But they might finish bottom of the group as it stands here at the moment, because here's Bayrami. Lots of bodies in the box. Bayrami tried to find the near post. Took a slight deflection on the way through. It will be an Albanian corner. Again, really nice footwork from Nedim Bayrami. I think the keeper might get a touch to this, Livakovic, I think. Nonetheless, it is an Albanian corner, and those fans behind that goal Certainly very animated at the moment. Christian Aslani to take this corner. 15 minutes gone. Croatia 0, Albania 1 here in Hamburg. Right-footed delivery across the box. Fizzed out, and the strike from the edge of the box was cleanly blocked, although they've flicked that one forward. Too much on that one from El Said Hisai. It will be a goal kick to Croatia. Very promising performance so far from Albania. They've defended Croatia well in moments. When they've been on the ball, they've been very rigid, very structured in that defence, and we saw that against Italy. You know, Italy I really kind of criticised Albania in moments in that first game, although they're coming forward again. Croatia just get it clear. There's maybe a claim of a penalty shout in there for Albania, but the referee said no, and they're going to get the free kick here. Petkovic committing the foul. Don't know if there's no VAR check. They've played on, but Albania defended really kind of poorly in the first 15 minutes against Italy. After they took the lead, they went into that back six. They threw everybody back and kind of cowered out of it. And then they went to a kind of a 4-5-1 out of possession against Italy and looked a lot more rigid. They've gone from that from the start here. They knew it worked against Italy. They stifled them really well. And that 4-5-1 seems to be a similar kind of technique that they're going to try and push for this game against Croatia. Very technically talented, want to play in between the lines, put crosses in, and if they get bodies in the way, they can be a threat and a real problem to Croatia's attacks. Here's Juranovic, takes the throw in, long throw into the box, headed, not cleared fully. It is the second time round, and there is a man down, Manai, that went down. The referee saw nothing wrong with that as Ajeti clears. It goes all the way back to Josko Vardiol here for Croatia. Yeah, we're just seeing this again. It is more actually kind of a 4-4-2 there. Off the ball. Here's Luka Modric. Through the lines it goes. Meyer, who's coming more central, Lovro Meyer, and switches it out to the left as Perisic just has to slide to keep that one alive. And now Josko Vardiol on the turn, getting forward but runs into room, but he'll get it pulled back here for a free kick on Josko Vardiol. Just a slight tug. The referee played the advantage initially. He's going to pull it back for the free kick here. I mean, there is a slight pullback there from Yasser Hassani, but I don't think there's much in it. Nonetheless, free kick to Croatia. Meyer over it, takes it short to Modric. Lots of bodies up. Modric's delivery. Cleared away by Hisai. Back out to Meyer, who will opt for this throw-in. Leaves it for the throw. Croatia have over 60% possession in the first half, but without a shot so far. Here's Perisic, long throw into the box, flicked on at the front post, and Jim City had to get it away. And now Hisai hoofing it up the pitch, but again Croatia back in possession. Down the left it comes now to Perisic, up against his opposite number. Cross comes in again from Perisic, and the Albanian captain, Berat Jim City, the man in the way. Croatia will get another throw, and they're getting a bit ahead of steam here, the Croatians. Modric, ball into the box. Again cleared away by Jim City. Made quite a number of aerial duels, and now the break is on here by Rami. Oh, just through, well defended by Sotillo. And now there's a brick on down the other end. Here come Croatia. Kramaric. Strike from Kovacic. Kramaric takes it down in the box again. Back to Mateo Kovacic. Switches out to the right hand side now. The strike comes in, and Goes all the way across and out the other end for a goal kick from Marcelo Brozovic. Fantastic tracking back from Sutalo to deny Bayrami the clear opportunity at goal. Made a lovely run in behind, and then it comes right back up the other way, end to end for a moment there. Kramaric and Kovacic battling around. Kovacic squares it across to the other side to find Brozovic, but Brozovic, his strike dragged well wide of the left post. Just seeing that goal again, I mean, it's a shocker for Livakovic. I mean, he should do so much better on that occasion. Quasim Laci will not care one bit about that moment, whether the keeper should have done better. I mean, the whole piece, the whole moment of defending was awful from Croatia. Here they come forward again. Meyer, Kramaric now. Back to Lovro Meyer. Through the lines comes Perisic. Perisic with a cross, but well matched by Thomas Strakosha, who got the simple catch on it, spotted the idea and anticipated the cross and made the catch. Well, that's one thing Croatia have that maybe they didn't have in that first game, is that consistent ability to cross the ball into the box with Ivan Perisic, and clearly that's the idea, to try and switch up this. That's why he's come in down that left hand side. Josko Vardiol was from the left in that first game, was more of a kind of a dribbler, more trying to dribble towards the byline and cut the ball back rather than put the early crosses in, which clearly is the technique from Perisic. Good tracking back there from Bayrami. Now Mitai, who clears his lines. Once again Sutalo gets back on the ball for Croatia. Vardiol. Brozovic. To Juranovic. Back to Luka Modric. Vardiol. Certainly keeping that attacking idea, although that's per ball in the middle, given away that time. Petkovic coming a bit deeper, giving the ball away, and Albania have it back again. Just intercepting that ball. Shim City gets up the pitch, trying to find one of his forwards. Again, closed down. Picked up nicely in midfield. That's a lovely touch by Aslani. Brings it down now. Switch it out to the right hand side. Hisai takes it down. Out to the right is Asani. Ramadani. Back to Jim City. Mitai. As they try and break down the left hand side, Aslani just cut out there. Decent spell there from Albania. Couldn't get in the final third though with it. Croatia do well to be patient. Just wait for the moment to pounce to win the ball back again. Here's Luka Modric. Meyer. Trying to feed up through the lines. Here he is again, Lovro Meyer. Closed down. Perisic wide on the left. Meyer. Perisic. Kovacic. Brozovic. Very kind of patient in their passing, Croatia. That's a lovely one too. Kovacic closed down to the brick wall of Arlen Dayeti, who was in the way of him there. But Juranovic does well to recover the ball there against Bayrami. Bayrami occupied more of a central space in the first game. He's been kind of more to the left in this one so far. Laci's gone through the middle, just behind Manai, the centre forward, and then Asani continued on that right. Perisic was the target for that cross, but there's a foul in there on an Albanian player committed by Ivan Perisic. It's Asani that is fouled, and it will be an Albania free kick. He's got up for that ball. He just pushed down on the head of Asani. I don't think there's much in that. He was going for the ball, but the referee's given a foul. Well, this is the first ever meeting between Croatia and Albania. in their history. They neighbour each other, those two countries, geographically, but they've never met in a competitive game ever in football history. And both teams, as I said, looking to bounce back from those opening game defeats. 3-0 defeat for Croatia against Spain and 2-1 for Albania against Italy. Albania, despite having a lot less of the ball, have had a lot more threat in the final third than Croatia and creating clear-cut chances. And Albania with the only shot on target of the game. Quasim Lachi's goal. Croatia without a shot on target so far, with over 60% of the ball, and have already played 25.5 minutes. Really struggled, Croatia, again. The thing is, they're not going to be treated to as much space as they were against Spain. You know, Spain pushing up, being more kind of committed forward. Oh, that's a lovely cross in, and a header over the bar from Petkovic. Just said they weren't going to get much more space, but found a little gap there. Nice ball out wide to Lovro Meyer, and Meyer just takes the cross early on this right hand side. Really strong left footed cross by Meyer, and right onto the head of Bruno Petkovic, but he just can't keep it down and heads it over the bar and behind for a goal kick. But it was a good opportunity there for Croatia. As I was saying, they're not going to be given as much space in the final third as they were against Spain. Spain pushing up the pitch, leaving more space in behind for Croatia to try and exploit. Spain did very well at stopping them. As there's another foul there. Manai again holding up well. It's exactly what the centre forward needs to be for Albania. Using his body to shield the ball and get the free kick to get his side up the pitch. They have a free kick here, Albania, in a very good position. There's a bit of a distance, but it is quite central, which is interesting. Huh. Mario boots on there. We just got the close-up of the boots. From Asani. Right-footed ball in by Aslani. Jim City got the header. Bounces back out. The cross comes in, and Croatia a bit panicky at the back there, as Petkovic didn't get the call from his keeper. His keeper was right behind him, and Petkovic just hooked it out for the throw into Albania. I think that would have been a comfortable catch for Livakovic on that cross. This good spell of pressure from Albania all comes from their centre forward holding the ball up and winning that free kick. Here's Mario Mitai to take this throw. Linking up with Aslani. Mitai rolls it round the corner. Aslani with a ball in. Up in the air it goes. Not cleared away. That one is, though. The second time by Josip Šutalo. Kramaric again giving the ball away. That's really committed, challenging from Hisai there, and he wins the ball back for Albania and does really well. Committed in that challenge. As Albania play it down the right hand side now. Here's Asani. Lifts one into the box, and similar again. The second one is over the bar, and that wasn't far away. That one from Hisai, who'd broke forward. Really good work from Asani, similar to the earlier cross. And fine Lachi. That one was just headed away, and then the rebound brought down by Hisai on the edge of the box and struck it. Pure power, but not the accuracy behind it, and flew over the bar. But again, more threat from Albania here. Very efficient side in the final third when they come forward, Albania. We're seeing the fruits of their labour early doors. Josip Juranovic for Croatia here. Nice footwork there down the right hand side. Gets Croatia a free kick. Mitai committing the foul. But the fact that Albania have been a bit more confident on the ball and been a bit more brave with their kind of formation in this has meant that they've been able to get more bodies up the pitch, and that's exactly what they did against Italy. Going to that back six, that 6-3-1 really did not work. They had no out ball, they had no kind of control in midfield. But with those extra bodies in there, crowding out that central area with the 5, sometimes a 4, but mostly a 5, they're winning the ball back in central areas, stifling Croatia, and getting counter-attacks. And here they come again. Manai, looking for the ball through, it's fallen through, the strike is big save by Livakovic. Second ball will be picked up again. Can Croatia do well to recover from that position? Goodness me, I'll have to see the replay as to what happened there as they're giving it away again now, Croatia. Look really nervous at the moment. Good save by Dominik Livakovic. Just have to see the replay. Luka Modric just trying to square it across. He gets the ball intercepted nicely by Manai, and then the break is on. 4v3, and the ball just threaded right through. Really good work, and Aslani on the end of it takes the strike. Really good save by Livakovic, and getting himself in the way of that one and denying Albania a second goal. But they do have a free kick here, high up in the Croatian half. A second goal would be crucial, would be massive. Ball into the box, but that one's just overhit that time by Christian Aslani. Fantastic from Albania. Have to say, coming into this competition, all the thoughts, all the feelings were that Albania would be kind of a team where the 3 other teams in this group could get their goal difference up. It's been quite the exact opposite of that. A rigid, structured, stubborn defence, and a very efficient and threatening attack on the counter. A poison chalice for their oppositions at the moment. Italy had to come from behind to win, and Croatia had to do exactly the same. They're certainly not making it easy, Albania, for the teams that come up against them. And let's be honest, Albania, they're not the lowest ranked side in the competition. That's Georgia. But they're not too far off it. They're the second lowest ranked side in the comp. As I said, only Georgia are lower ranked in FIFA rankings. 75th Georgia. Albania 66th ranked in the world. So they're certainly not one of the top 30-40 teams in the world, and at the moment they're competing with teams in the top 10. Croatia 10th in the world, Italy 9th. They're competing and looking really comfortably against these teams. It's real credit to Silvino. Surely studied that game from Croatia against Spain and worked out where to find the gaps, where his players can get advantages. And so far that's worked to a T for Albania. And up the other end, they've probably had to defend 1 or 2 good opportunities so far from Croatia defence, in that terms of that. Such a rigid defence that hasn't been exploited on multiple occasions, or really at all, in this game. Croatia have again struggled in the final third, as they did against Spain, and looks like it's going the exact same way here in Hamburg against Albania. 34 minutes gone. Croatia 0, Albania 1. Quasim Laci's goal, the difference. That's better from Croatia. Found the gap to find Meyer, but again just overstepping the mark and showing too much to the Albanian defence. As Mitai gets it back. Shim City, though, a bit excited with the pass. Gives it away to Kovacic. Now Modric. Body's in the box. Modric is just going to try and spin it out to the left to find Perisic, but given away again wasteful in possession. Croatia once more. Now, the Albanian counter-attack was on there. The run was on. There's another run on. That's good defending by Shutalo. Get it away. And now a bit of space for Croatia. Break down the left-hand side as Albania committed bodies forward. They still got 6 back. And one of them gets in the way of Ivan Perisic. That was Yasir Asani, and it will be a Croatian free kick. And Yasir Asani. There's a foul on Kramaric there. I mean, it's clearly a foul. He steps across him. Oh, don't think there's any contact there, actually. From that angle, it looked like there was no contact, but he does step across him there. Asani, and maybe it's a bit of a poor one to give away, a poor free kick in a very dangerous position to give away here. Modric and Meyer over this one, as they were earlier on one of those free kicks. What can their master Croatia come up with? Modric with the ball in. Punched away that time by Strakosha. Comfortably. Back it comes though to Modric on the left. And it spin it on. Meyer again closed down. Modric trying to recycle. The quick passing keeps Croatia on the ball, but doesn't get them any further forward. Again, the through ball. They're trying to go through the centre, and I mean, I don't know when they're going to learn. Albania have crowded that space out galore, and you're going to keep losing the ball in the central areas. You keep trying to play through the middle. There's no space in that area. And they're going to get a free kick here, Albania. Again, really good hold-up play in Kovacic this one. The naivety from Croatia to give the ball away again and give away a free kick cheaply. There's another one. It's Kovacic again. It looks to be breathing very heavily there, Kovacic. Ramadani won the free kick that time. First time taken, ball over the top. Manai just beat past him. So close to find Ray Manai. Really smart idea. Croatia had switched off there completely. And the ball in behind was just a couple of inches ahead of Ray Manai. So close. But once again, Albania look really comfortable. Have to be honest. Here's Modric. Perisic. Hisai tracking across. Back to Modric. Ball through the middle from Brozovic, but ended up being a strike and was easily caught by Strakosha. And the Albanian goal. If they keep doing that, Croatia, Albania will take that all day long. Those types of strikes, their first shot on target, Croatia, comes from about 40 yards. They'll not worry about that. They'll not be afraid of it either. Take that all day long, the Albanian defence. Well, they've definitely gone against crossing in the last 5-10 minutes, Croatia. Majority of their crosses have come from set pieces in the last 5-10 minutes, which is slightly concerning. The fact that clearly that was their idea, but Perisic hasn't been whipping in as many crosses. Although here's Kramaric, sorry, on the left. Perisic just made the inside run in the channel, but couldn't find him. Kramaric. They recycle it round the left-hand side. Kovacic again. The lackluster energy to go wide, and they've given it away again in the central areas here, Croatia. The counter could be on once more. Manai. Right to Asani. They do keep the possession of Albania. They're not flying forward as they have done. We're certain on going into the final third with that one. Just looking to hold possession. They do decently well. Here's Ramadani. Hisai. Take Asani. Ramadani. Passing it around, maybe just over doing it, but Kramaric there just stepped in, committing the foul on Aslani. Will get the free kick for Albania. Yeah, they showed a bit much there, did Aslani, but was caught by Kramaric, and that is another free kick. Very smart play. And it's been quite joyous to watch Albania in this first half. Very entertaining. You know, we talk about counter-attacking football and high, kind of playing that low block out of possession can be very boring to watch, and the team that does that don't really offer much on the ball, but it's been quite the contrast for Albania here. They have shown quite a lot on the ball, and it's been quite entertaining to watch their combinations so far as that free kick's given away. Here's Kramaric for Croatia down the left. Looks to work the space for him to try and shoot. Again, lifts it into the box. Cleared away that time by Mitai. And Manaj again taken out. And we'll get another free kick. I mean, when will Croatia learn? Shutalo. That time committing the foul. The referee Francois Letessier's had quite a lot of free kicks to give Albania in this first half. The majority of them won by Ray Manai. Jim City. Less than 4 minutes of the first half to go. Albania leading by a goal to nil in Hamburg. And at the moment, Croatia, as it stands, will be heading into match day 3 with a minimal chance of getting out of the group. Although, it's a long way to go yet. Here's Kovacic. Meyer. Went a lot deeper than he originally did. Lovro Meyer, who's very wide on the right. Gone a bit further infield now. As Croatia keep the ball. Kovacic, Brozovic. Now Perisic. Will go for the early cross. Perisic to the back post. Up was Mitai again. The second ball won by Modric. Again crowded out. Too slow to try and make a decision. Modric caught late there, but the referee's played advantage. This comes spread back out to Kramaric. Kramaric with a cross, flicked on and headed on by Meyer, but headed wide by Lovro Meyer. Good chance. Well recycled by Croatia. They knew there was no gap in the middle. They came straight back, spread it wide, got the cross in quick, and tested the Albanian defence there and almost found a breakthrough. And as Meyer's header went quite a distance wide there on that occasion. Starkosha goes long. Nicely brought down on the left flank there by Rami. Wanted the foul. Silvino's making great claim for it. But it's not a foul according to the referee this time. It was Ray Manai. The referee said that the player got the ball. Seeing it again. He did get the ball there. Yeah, fair challenge. Agree with the referee there. Well spotted. Meyer. Kovacic to Juranovic. Brozovic. Meyer. Kramaric. Kovacic now to Juranovic. Switches it out to the left. Headed on by Perisic. But again, comfortably caught by Thomas Strakosha, the Albanian goalkeeper. He hasn't been tested majorly in the first half at all. Majority of his involvements have either been goal kicks or simple catches. Nothing too testing the Albanian keeper in the first half so far, as we're into the last minute of the first 45 here in Hamburg. Albania's goal through Quasim Laci, the only goal so far. Vardiol. Right to the left finds Perisic. Nice run here from Kramaric. Back to Perisic though. Now Kramaric wide on the left, looking for a cross. Takes a slight deflection, but his size deflection does actually help his goalkeeper. And another simple enough catch for Croatia. 1 added minute at the end of the first 45 then. It looks very likely that Croatia, once again as they did against Spain in the opening game, will be heading into the interval behind, although not as big a deficit as they had against Spain, although they might add to this here. Albania, as Sani took too much. Second cross in, headed down, and off the floor, bounced back up and into the hands of Livakovic. Ray Manai there with the header. And it could have been two. They've had multiple opportunities to make it even further, Albania. Two good saves by Livakovic. Stops them. Again, a worrying moment for Croatia. How simple that was. How hard they work to try and fight and break down Albania. Down one end. And Albania looks so make it look so easy, so comfortable. Finding a way through Croatia. Although Croatia trying to push late on. They've got a chance here. Perisic's cross. All the way through. And what a save. But the referee was going to pull it back for a free kick anyway. Much better down that left hand side. And Perisic actually got a lot further infield that time. Inside the box. Chipped the ball across. And a really good header by Kramaric. Headed it down. And a really good save by Strakosha. And up the other end, Ray Mane had a good chance. Tried to glance the header on, and well marshalled by Livakovic. And there's the half-time whistle. A threatening end to the first half. 2 moments, one at either ends, but neither finding the net and both keepers making decent saves. And at half-time, it's Albania who are putting a cats amongst the pigeons, really, in this group. They tested Italy, despite losing. Kept it close. Could have got something out of that game. And they now lead at half-time against Croatia, who need desperately 3 points to try and progress to the knockout stages. Half-time in Group B. It is Croatia 0, Albania 1. Analysis on the way next. Nice ball in behind for Saka. Saka looking for the cross, headed on and in. What a header by Jude Bellingham. That's a lovely bit of work. And Bellingham with a bullet header. No keeper stopping that one. And that is England taking the lead with practically their first chance of the game. And you can see the full best goals reactions compilation of match day 1. 34 goals in match day 1, and we picked the selection of goal reactions from match day 1 to put into a compilation 6.5 minutes out now on the YouTube channel, including that one from Jude Bellingham. Also some good goals from Germany, from Turkey, Spain, Portugal amongst them as well. You can watch that now. Right, half-time between Croatia and Albania, and at the moment it is Albania who lead by 1-0 at the break. Quasi Mlaci's goal, the difference between the two sides in that first half, and crucially it's probably been Albania that deserved the lead in that first 45. Croatia dominating the possession, dominating kind of the control of the match and the kind of control of the play. But crucially, they don't control the scoreline, and that's the problem. They haven't had a shot on target in that first half, Croatia. And again, it's credit to that Albanian defence. I mean, Albania got it completely wrong against Italy in that first 15 minutes, where they were defending with a 6-3-1 formation, and they really had no control in midfield. Kind of the back six were just very rigid in that first 15 against Italy. Then the three in midfield just weren't getting to bodies quick enough. You know, Italy were threatening through the central areas. They didn't get enough kind of blocks in those central areas and weren't kind of stopping Italy in that first 15 minutes. They moved, they changed, they went to a 4-5-1, and it worked. They defended a lot better, and they had much more threat, Albania, in that one. And clearly Silvino has learnt from that and thought, this is what we're going to try and do, and this is our way forward. So far, it's got them where they are at the minute. They've played that 4-5-1 again, sometimes gone into more of a 4-4-2 at times, maybe Asani helping out down that right-hand side, sometimes Laci as well, breaking forward to help out Ray Manai in that centre-forward area. But majorly, it's been a 4-5-1 out of possession from Albania, and it's worked really well. They've got that bank of 4, then the bank of 5, and sometimes, you know, Croatia, the majority of their possession's been in the wide areas. You know, maybe that's where they've wanted it. At times, they looked like they were threatening from those wide areas. Those crosses from Perisic were starting to cause a problem, and they were getting bodies in the middle to kind of pop up for those headers, but that kind of went out of the game. They stopped going for crosses, mainly because on one of those occasions where they did put a cross in, Albania got the header on it and went up the other end and scored from that good bit of possession. Quasim Laci's goal, but came from that moment. But in the end, that's what Croatia need to get back to. They ended the half with that technique. They started the half with that technique, and they've probably had the better of their performance in both of those moments when they've been going for crosses from the wide areas, not trying to play in between the lines and kind of break through centrally. Albania, the truth is, you're not going to do that. The 4-5-1 just crowds out the central areas for Croatia. They've got players who can play from the wide. Get them on the ball. Perisic, the reason he's in the side today is not because he's going to defend better at left back, it's because he's going to get you going up the other end. Perisic is in the Croatian side today because he can put crosses in consistently from the left hand side and put them in to a really good area to threaten. We've not seen enough of that consistently over the first half, considering Croatia have had over 69% possession. We've not seen enough of that. We've seen far too much of this kind of lazying on the ball, just standing there and just popping 2 or 3 yard passes around the central areas. And every now and again, Albania commit, get the ball, win it back from Croatia, who are very slow, and they break them on the counter. If Croatia are going to try and really control this game and start to threaten in front of goal and test the Albanian keeper, they have to get back to getting threat from the wide areas. You've got a really good crosser in Juranovic from right back. You've got a really good crosser of the ball, Ivan Perisic, who's playing left back, but majority of the time he's on that left flank. Those are the players you want to get on the ball to threaten forward. And then you've got the height of the likes of a Kramaric, the likes of a Petkovic, who can threaten. The reason they've brought in Bruno Petkovic is to be on the end of those crosses. I mean, it just seems like Croatia set up in a way where they're going to try and go for crosses. They've got a great crosser in the team, and they've got a great player who can get up and win those headers in the team, but they've kind of gone against their own principle in the first half. They've tried to pop it around in midfield and played through Albania. You know that's not going to happen. Modric, Brozovic, Kovacic, Maier at times has come more central. They're having minimal impact because they're not getting the ball into the right areas, and they're just popping it around in and around the edge of the Albanian box. And Albania are just crowding them out time and time and time again. How many times in that first half did I say they've lost it again in the central areas, Croatia? Albania have committed, they've pushed out a bit, They've got a man to go, and they've won the ball. How many times have they intercepted a poor pass from Croatia in the central areas? They need to swap from doing that and go back to the wide areas, because that is where they're going to find the advantage. And so far, they haven't done that enough for me. But not to discredit Albania whatsoever. It's not the fact that Croatia haven't been at the level why they're ahead. Albania have been ahead because of their own tactic. That 4-5-1 is so rigid, so well structured, so well coached. And they're just sliding across time and time again and popping out every now and again, Albania, to win the ball. And they're getting control. Yes, they've had very little possession. They've had 30% possession. But who says you need to have more than 50% possession to win a football match? How many teams have we seen it where they've stayed off the ball, allowed the opposition to have it, to control it, to do whatever they want with it? But when you come into our defensive third, you're not getting through, and we're going to hit you on the counter-attack. How many teams have we seen where that has been a very, very good tactic? We've seen it already in this competition, that a lot of teams have done that. I mean, I could name you a hatful of teams that have done that so far and got rewards out of it. Slovenia and Slovakia, crucially, the two that have done so well. Poland tried it as well against the Netherlands, and they ultimately didn't get it in the end. Albania did it against Italy. Unfortunately, couldn't get the rewards out of it in the end. So many teams have gone for this technique, and so far, majority of the time, the teams controlling possession have been caught out time and time again. They haven't learnt what's actually happening yet. The analysis may be a bit slow, but it's the start of match day 2, and I'm guessing we're going to see a lot more kind of control from those teams in possession. Clearly, Croatia haven't noticed what was wrong, and I don't think they've figured it out well enough and dealt with it well enough, what Albania have thrown at them. And full credit to Albania, they've been fantastic. I said they have a very stubborn defence and a very efficient attack, and if you're going to play like that, you're going to get good results and you're going to get good performances. And so far, Silvino can be very proud of what his team have shown. They've performed well, they've been committed in every challenge, they've been very stubborn and very resilient and very determined in the final in their defensive third to make sure that Croatia don't find space, don't find gaps, don't get away through. But also on the counter-attack, they've been very committed in their challenges, tried to be cute with the ball. Really good hold-up play by Ray Manai, something that Albania did not have against Italy when they had Broja up front. Just wasn't offering enough in that area. Ray Manai has done amazing work in that first half to hold the ball up, win free kicks, get his side up the pitch. Albania have played that first half to an absolute T. But if Croatia play to the way they should play and the way they can play and probably the way they were set up to play, they should find the advantage and should find a way through with the quality they have. But not to discredit Albania whatsoever, they've been fantastic in that first half, and they're deservedly leading after 45 minutes through Quasim Lachi's goal. That's all you can really say. And a loss in this fixture for either of these two teams would be pretty detrimental, considering they both lost on match day 1. It would be detrimental for one of these two if they were to lose here this afternoon. Of course, Spain don't play Italy till tomorrow evening, so we'll not see what the damage will be until Spain play Italy tomorrow night. You can watch that commentary of that here on LFS tomorrow at 8 o'clock. But at the moment, Croatia find themselves 45 minutes away from being cast adrift in Group B. No guarantees that Albania will get that third place, that kind of the fourth best thirds in the competition. But you have 3 points, you have a very good chance. We talk about how 4 points is kind of the unanimously kind of accepted points total for you to have a very good chance of being in the either the top 2 in your group or picking up one of the top 4 best thirds. So Albania are almost towards that, although they will have a tough game against Spain in a match day 3. But we'll see how they do in the second half and whether they can hold on to this lead. They failed to do it against Italy, but they've shown a lot more control and structure in that final third, or that defensive third, sorry, than they did against Italy in moments in that game. And that's where we stand. Croatia no shots on target in that first half. Pretty poor showing again from Croatia. Albania 3 shots on target, 8 shots in total. They have looked really strong in the final third and really efficient. Efficient is the key word that I want to really continue to harp home and really kind of get the point across. They have been really efficient in the final third, and that's the key point. Completely different for Croatia from what they offered against Spain. They were threatening against Spain, but they just couldn't finish. This time, they're not doing the first bit. They're not creating the chances to try and finish, which is a step back, really, for Croatia against lesser opposition than Spain. Right, second half from Hamburg between Croatia and Albania, where it is Albania who lead by a goal to nil. It's on the way next, so stay with us. Nice ball in behind for Saka. Saka looking for the cross, headed on and in! What a header by Jude Bellingham! That's a lovely bit of work. And Bellingham with a booted header. No keeper stopping that one. And that is England taking the lead with practically their first chance of the game. Welcome back to Euro 2024 Live. Our first game of the day has got off to a good start at the halfway points, with Albania leading Croatia in Group B by a goal to nil. Two Group A fixtures to come for you a bit later on this evening. Germany, who are the highest scorers of the competition so far after just one game, they take on Hungary, who lost to Switzerland on match day 1. And Scotland looking to revive their hopes of a knockouts place against hampering Switzerland. Quite a comfortable Switzerland after their win against Hungary. That is at 8 this evening, so two Group A games to come for you a bit later on. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on post notifications if you haven't done so already. Also, follow us on socials as well, on X, Instagram and TikTok. All the links and handles you need are in the live video description. Right, changes incoming here for Croatia, which is interesting. Lovro Majer and Marcelo Brozovic are coming off, obviously, and replacing them are going to be Luka Sucic and one of the Pasalics. I'll get that confirmation for you because they're just going to make those changes now. The two are on the sidelines. It's going to be Mario Pasalic. So Mario Pasalic and Luka Sucic are on for Croatia to try and switch this game up and give them more of an attacking threat in this second half against Albania. Something they failed to have in the first, Croatia, without a single shot on target in the first half. They need big changes, and they have made them. Zlatko Dalcic, and the game gets back underway. Croatia attacking from right to left, Albania from left to right in the second half. They're going to need a bit of creativity, they're going to need a bit of initiative, they're going to need a bit of inventiveness, Croatia, in this second half, if they're going to find a way through. As I said, yet to score in the competition, failed to score against Spain, and so far failed to score in this one, so if they do find the net, it'll be their first of the competition. It could be pretty crucial, trying to rescue something in terms of a knockout position. It already looks difficult as it is. Here's Kovacic. Right to the right hand side for Juranovic. Here's Sucic. First involvement on the ball. Plays it out to the right hand side. Juranovic, right foot across in. Headed on. And Easily collected there by Strakosha, but Petkovic got up. Did connect with it. Just couldn't direct it past the Albanian keeper on that point. Well, that's again good from Manai from the long ball, but couldn't hold it up long enough there. Well intercepted by Shutalo. It's all about Croatia finding a threat themselves in the final third, but also at the same time trying to stop Albania having as much of a threat. As Perisic giving away the free kick there on Yasser Asani. Certainly come out with a positive intent, Croatia, but Albania might be harping back to good habits from that first half, winning those free kicks. The keeper will take. And they're committing themselves up the pitch now, Albania. Long ball forward out to the left-hand side. Nicely taken down by Bayrami. The pass back into midfield, though, is not great, given away. So that's nice interchange of play there from Croatia as it comes out to Perisic. One or two good passes in the central areas, playing it a lot quicker. Here's Kovacic. Shutalo down the right. Juranovic. Sucic. Finds Kramaric on the edge of the box. Out wide to try and find Perisic, but nicked away from him by Hisai. And instantly shouting there was Ivan Perisic. Was a bit of a short pass to him. Perisic to go for the long throw here. 5 Croatians in the box. Headed on. Headed away that time by Jim City. That got the connection. Petkovic has gone down. In the process, it will be a corner, I believe. See it again. Oh, it actually might come off the back of the Petkovic's head there. Just collided with Jim City when he got for the ball. Oh, should be a goal kick. It is a goal kick. Both of them battling there. Jim City and Petkovic. He is okay. He's on his feet. There, Petkovic. Again, a better from that position from Croatia. Trying to get their attacking players into those heading positions. And the flag went up there as Albania cleared the ball long. So offside. Yeah, it didn't get back onside there in time, Manai. Modric. On the right it comes. Juranovic. Modric. To Sucic. Through the lines. Pasalic trying to break. Here it's finest man in the box. The shot blocked. Good goal. Good goalkeeping there. That will give Croatia confidence. Here's Modric. Kovacic. Starting to evade those challenges in the middle, Croatia. Finding the gaps now. Here's Perisic. Lifts a cross in. Back post. And the headers over the bar that time from Sucic. Much better from Croatia. Much more threatening. And it was Pasalic that broke, or Sucic broke in behind and took the strike. Nice save by Strakosha. Down to his right hand side. And denied Sucic. Inside the box there, but that's got the Croatian fans going here. The Albanian keeper goes long again, but not as successful with that one. Well, we will get the throw in Albania, down the left. But Croatia certainly seem to have upped their level a bit. Gone to another gear. They've won it well again. Patient. Now they're on the counter here, Croatia. Sucic. Now Kramaric. Sucic, who's been very heavily involved since coming on at half-time. Nice in between the lines. Petkovic cuts it back to Kovacic, trying to find the space. Sprayed wide. Juranovic. Cross comes in. Headed across by Pasalic, but probably should have went for goal and cleared away. Nicely won back by Vardiol. Still on the ball, Vardiol. Really strong, and will be a goal kick. Referee said it was fair challenging, fair battling, and Vardiol wanted a foul on that occasion, but they were physical there, and he said not deemed to have fouled him there. It's not a foul. Good battling. I have to say, Zlatko Dalic will be much happier with how his side have started in the second half. Certainly moving the ball a lot quicker and testing Albania's defence a lot more. Finding those breakthroughs. Here's Modric. Juranovic. Pasalic. Kramaric. Leaves it off to Kovacic now. He will strike, takes a deflection and straight into the hands of Strakosha. He could have been completely undone by that. The deflection had the ball charged down there by Quasimlaci. Could have went anywhere. Luckily for Albania, it went straight into their goalkeeper's hands. Certainly starting to carve Albania open a bit more, Croatia. They're switching up their play. They're not consistently moving the ball from side to side and looking quite lethargic. They're moving it quicker. They're being more inventive with their passes, more unique passes. That's a lovely ball to Kramaric. Back it comes to Perisic. Bit deeper, whips the cross in, headed on again, but headed wide once more by Sucic. Much better play by Croatia. Nice ball by Perisic. Coming a bit deeper. Gotta switch it up, and they are switching it up at the moment and asking a lot more questions of Albania. And look, certainly much more threatening and more likely to find the net. So far, Albania is certainly clinging on. They'll have a chance or two of their own. The flag went up there again from that long ball. Manai and Asani involved. Yeah, Asani was the one that was offside there. Croatia maybe just pushing up the pitch a bit more. Trying to play offside. Could be a good idea. It's worked so far. Modric. Through ball, but all the way through to Strakosha. Sucic wasn't on the same page as his captain, and good idea though. 10 minutes gone in the second half, and Croatia looking a lot more controlled, much more inventive in the final third, and a lot better technically on the ball. They've won it back again from Albania. Again, just overrun that one. Albania now charged through the middle. Ball switched out to the left. Here's Bayrami for his first involvement of the second half, getting Albania forward. Here's Mitai up against Pasalic. Mitai does hold on to the ball, gets it back to Bayrami. And just go back to Jim City. Here's their captain, Jim City. Back to Strakosha. Go long, look for the long diagonal, but too much on that one from Strakosha, and we'll be in a Croatia throw. Vardiol. Here's Modric. Croatia, another attack incoming. Those Albania fans, despite Croatia starting the second half, the better of the two. Those Albania fans still looking at that scoreline and jumping up and down, supporting their team, who, by the way, still lead this match. Modric. Down the right, Juranovic had made the run. Sucic the option. Juranovic with a ball in. Again flicked on and over the bar. It did take a deflection on the way through off Petkovic's head. Will be a corner to Croatia. Nicely fed wide. Juranovic another early cross. Deep into the box. Ayeti was up. Petkovic's header just comes off Ayeti. Goes behind for the corner, which Modric will take. Left hand side. Right footed delivery in swinging. Across the front post, and that one was Schüttelo, but hit wide. It came right wide of that left post. Should have got a lot more on that. Schüttelo literally 2 yards from goal on the front post. Couldn't flick it on inside the near post. It goes wide for the goal kick. Another good opportunity for Croatia. Silvinho looks a lot more worried than he did in the first half with Croatia's attacks. Maybe just thinking about how he can switch this game up to give his side the advantage again in the defensive third. Here come Kovacic. Out wide is Kramaric. Bodies flooding into the box for Croatia. Kramaric, can he find one of them? He's kept it in, but hasn't kept the ball. Crucially, Manai trying to get Croatia or Albania forward. A rarity of an attack for the Albanians, and that one has broke down once again. Not on the same page there, Asani and Manai. And the ball given away. Here's Kovacic delivering again. Headed away by Jim City. Recycled nicely by Modric. Low cross from Juranovic. Back to Modric. Blocked. Took a real blow there. There's an Albanian defender down. Whoever blocked it, and the referee stopped the game. He's in real pain here. Real pain is Ramadani. And the referee has just stopped it to make sure he can get treatment. That's a rocket of a strike from Modric. Just come off his leg there. Really painful one that would be, but went down like he was shot there. It was the kind of power behind that one from the Croatian captain. With 175 caps. (176 now). 25 goals for Croatia. Luka Modric, 30 years old. No squad, by the way, has more combined appearances than Croatia's, so they have a very experienced side. 3 of their players have over 100 caps. Modric, Perisic and Vida, all with over 100 caps in the team. Brozovic is 3 away from that. Sorry, 4. Apologies, 4 players. Kovacic has over 100. 102 now. Kovacic. Perisic with a strike. Deflected. Straight into the hands again from Strakosha. So 4 Croatians with over 100 caps. And 1 closing in on 100. Now Marcelo Brozovic on 97. Certainly a very experienced team, this Croatian side. And Kovacic just lost that one there, but he will get the free kick. Aslani there. Sorry, Ramadani. Apologies. Definitely continue to have the majority of the possession, Croatia. Crucially, in this second half, they're doing a lot more with it. Moving it a lot quicker. Modric goes for the early cross again, and Petkovic had made the run. Hooked away by a Yeti, needed to be. And those early crosses, I mentioned it. They're threatening. Kramaric. Kovacic now. Modric does get the brick of the ball, but Jim City, the two captains involved there. Jim City cleared, but Kovacic will get it back again for Croatia. Keeping the ball a lot better, Croatia, in those tight areas. Ball through the lines. Kramaric had made the run, but blocked as Vardiol's closed down. Šutalo wins it back. Now Modric, really committed from Croatia, although it's given away. Maybe Albania could try and counter. Not the idea. They're not going to counter. Going to try and stop this Croatian maraud. Just get a bit of the ball. Strakosha will go long. Again, Manai does bring it down that time. Does try and hold up, and will get the free kick here. Ray Manai. Take the free kick quickly. Croatia, or Albania, sorry. Down the left it comes. Here's Bayrami. Cuts it back, Manai. Aslani now. Aslani! Straight at the keeper. Nice strike. Decent enough catch there for Livakovic. Good patience from Aslani in the final third there. Not forcing a shot, just waiting for the right moment to get a clean strike off. But in the end, well marshalled, well stopped by Livakovic. Change incoming here for Albania. It's going to be Yazir Asani coming off. So Yazir Asani is going to make way. And the substitute is going to be Talon Seferi, who did start the first game for Albania. And he's back on. And they're just going to switch this up. They haven't been as threatening on the counter, Albania, in this second half. Maybe this change is going to try and switch it up and give them something different. Kramaric. Ball in the box again. Hoofed away up the pitch. As Manai will try and scruffle. The referee. Albania had a good opportunity there to break forward, but they went back, and there's a Croatian player down, which has brought the game to a stoppage. Josip Šutalo is the one down. There's got to be a yellow card come out here for one of the Croatian coaches or assistants on the side there. The referee just going over to book him. Šutalo went down, but there was an overload for Albania in the final third. Manai did really well, didn't give away a foul. The referee played on. Vardiol overstepped the ball, and Albania won it, and they could have been in. And the referee didn't pull it back, didn't say that it was a foul. Allowed the game to continue, and Albania ended up going backwards with it, and attack broke down. Šutalo back to his feet. It looks like Croatia are going to make a change anyway in a moment. Reading on the sidelines there was Ante Budimir. He started the first game for Croatia, and he will be entering the fray shortly. Albania come forward here. Good header by a player down, Juranovic back there. But Albania have it back again. Chipped forward into the box. Hooked away, not fully cleared. Manai will bring it down. Can't get a second touch on it. Well taken by Kovacic to break it away. They're in a good area there, Albania. Looked re-energised since the substitution. Here come Croatia with a bit of space to break forward. Down the left comes Kramaric. Bodies in the middle. Kramaric. Sucic, well closed down. Again, well anticipated by Aslani, and now Albania can pop it forward. Here's Bayrami. Bodies with him. Bayrami wants to go himself here. Bayrami hits it wide. Starting to threaten a bit more. Maybe they've ridden that tough spell from Croatia, that dominant period. And maybe just going to start threatening themselves, Albania now. With 25 to go, less than that. They still lead. Realistic probability of a second goal could be on the horizon in the near future. I'll have to be wary that Croatia are looking more threatening the other way in the second half. Switch ball. Lovely. Out to Kramaric again. Vardiol. Kovacic. To Šutalo. Out to Juranovic. Back to Modric. 4 bodies forward there. Up front for Croatia. Packing out that forward line. Trying to create an overload. Juranovic for the cross. And that one was too close to Strakosha. And another roar from that Albanian crowd in that corner behind that goal. Their keeper catching another ball. 3 points that could be absolutely huge for Albania in this group. And they still got another quarter of this game to go to try and hold on to it. Or can they go one better and add to it maybe? We'll see. And don't forget, we have another game to come for you a bit later this afternoon. 2 more games to come for you, but first, at 5, we will have Germany taking on Hungary. The hosts back in action. They're going to do 2 wins from 2, and they can qualify this evening with a win. For the knockouts, they face Hungary from 5. Cross comes in! And the header again wide. That time by Pasalic this time. Another good opportunity for Croatia. Wasted. And I'm going to make that change. I said that Budimir was ready on the sidelines. He's going to be replacing Bruno Petkovic. So Petkovic, who replaced him in the starting 11 from the first game, is going to be replaced here by Budimir, who will come on for the remainder of the 20 minutes or so that are left. Try and get Croatia a goal, at least. Man, I thought he was fouled there up front for Albania. The referee again said no, that it was a fair challenge. Vardiol to Perisic, to Josko Vardiol. Budimir making those runs, but no one going for the option just yet. Here's Perisic. We'll look to try and find him. Headed away by Ayeti. Back it will be recovered though by Vardiol. Nice Šutalo. Modric. Kovacic through the lines. Closed down once again, and Albania might want to counter. They had bodies, they just couldn't find the pass. Cut out there. Perisic round the corner. Here it comes from Budimir. Forced a bit wide by Ayeti, and Ayeti blocking him all the way through. Will bounce out off Ayeti for a corner. Again, strong, stubborn defending by the Albanian centre-back, Arland Ayeti. And Modric will take this corner. 20 minutes to go, plus additional time. Albania lead by a goal to 0 in Hamburg. Modric's cross, met by an Albanian head in there to clear it away. And the pressure's on. Ooh, that was close. Šutalo had to fire it out. Keep it up the pitch for Croatia. Too much for Modric to try and keep in. Will be a throw into Albania there. Albania are going to make another change of their own here in a moment. So they've already made that change, bringing Seferi on for Asani. They're going to make another one in a moment or two. And it's going to be Klaus Jasula who's going to come on very shortly. Here comes Sucic. Modric. Now Kovacic. To Modric. I have to say, how many touches has Luka Modric had in this game? Over 100 touches. That's nuts. Shows how controlled it's been in the midfield. Well, the ball went through there, but Again, that's fantastic defending. That is absolutely unreal from Mario Mitai. That was wonderful defending. On his own byline and hit it off the Croatian. I think it might have been Kovacic, and it will bounce behind for a goal kick. That's wonderful defending. Are they going to make this change then, Albania, at this juncture? And it's going to be Klaus Jasula, who's coming on, and making way is the man who could have the winner at the moment for Albania, Kwasimlachi. Come into the side to make a difference, and at the moment could be leading his side to a winning goal at this moment in time. And Jasula's come on. Jasula to replace him. Straight midfield swap there. Jasula, who it's his 29th appearance, the Darmstadt man, 34 years of age, so a very experienced player. That's a really good challenge, and a loss in the middle from Juranovic, who's given it away in the shot. It's a pretty tame effort from distance there. Couldn't see who the player was. It's Ferry that won it back. Really good play. Won it high up and had options with him to undergo himself, and took the pretty tame strike from the edge of the box. Simply caught there by Livakovic. There's Kovacic. Breaks into space. Trails it across. The ball through. Here's Kramaric. 1-1. Kramaric to find the net for Croatia. That could be the crucial goal that gets them back into this game and back in this group. Andrej Kramaric to break Croatia's duck. And with 17 minutes to go, Croatia are level. They've been pushing for it all of the second half, and they did really well there, working it in between the lines. Budamir's pass, Kramaric's finish, wrong-footed the keeper completely, who was left staring at the ball, flying past him. Croatia 1, Albania 1. Game on in Hamburg. Lovely goal. That's really good play in between the lines from Croatia. And a nice finish by Kramaric, and they want more. Here they come again. Although well stopped by Jimsiti, and Mitai just to clear it away. But it's not done yet for Croatia. The job isn't complete. It's only one step closer. The ball behind again. Here's... Oh, Pasalic couldn't get it past his man. Very close again there. There's cute touches in behind, and the runners are really causing problems. Albania really need to ride this storm. I need to be very careful that they don't go throwing this away now. That was great play. Jimsiti got it completely wrong and does go for the challenge, but Pasalic just couldn't take the ball with him and couldn't get his feet under control in the box there. There's an Albanian player down on the pitch, but Croatia have the ball and there's no necessary need for them to stop it. Here comes Budimir, cuts it back, it's in! It's forced in by Sucic. 2-1 Croatia. A moment of great play. The last few moments they've taken it to a completely different level, and Albania just not able to match it. It's a bit of a scramble in the box, and Sucic forces it in. Have to see the replay, but it's Budimir again. He might have 2 assists here. Ante Budimir. Albanian fans with their head in their hands. I mean, there's nothing in that. Up the other end for Manai. Went down far too easily. Croatia played on, and thankfully, from their point of view, they did. Fantastic. 40 all through the lines. Kramaric played it on. Budimir with a cut back. That is fabulous football. Cuts it back, and Sucic took the strike. Bit of pinball, and it bounced its way into the back of the nets. It came off Yasula with the final touch there. That came off him. Sucic with it. Came off Jim City and Yasula. And it will be an own goal here. But again, all of Budimir's doing. Budimir, the main man for the moment for Croatia, might not have either goal, but he's been crucial in the build-up to both goals. And that, all it takes, it might just take one player to change a game, to switch it up, to offer you something different in the final third, and that's exactly what Ante Budimir has given Croatia in this game. Since coming on 8 minutes ago, he has been heavily involved in both Croatian goals. The first half they looked lacklustre, struggling in the final third. Croatia, they've come out in the second half with a completely new approach, a double change at the break to switch things up, and Albania haven't been able to match them. They haven't looked back since coming out a lot better in the second half, Croatia. And they're getting the fruits of their labour in this. 2 very good goals with very good build-up play and intricate play in between the lines. Fabulous for Croatia here. And it could be deja vu for these Albania players. They took the lead. They've hung on to the lead for a lot longer than they did against Italy. But ultimately it could come down to the same result, the same outcome. Trailing. And could ultimately lose in the end. Which will be very harsh. But they can be once again very proud of their performance. It's not done yet though. Free kick here for Croatia. Taken short by Modric. Sucic back to Modric. Still bodies in the box. Modric squares it across. Again in between the lines. Brought down. And Budimir that time was in there. And the ball found its way to Strakosha, who could get his hands to it. But once again, it's in between the lines. Really intricate stuff from Croatia. And Albania just not closing those spaces down as they did for the majority of the game. Zasula lost the ball here for Albania. 11 minutes to go, plus additional time. They could have been further ahead, Albania. Had good opportunities. That first half, Livakovic making 2 good saves. It could have been 3 up at half time. Only 1. And when you're only 1-0 up, it's a dangerous, very, very dangerous scoreline against a very fired up attack. Here's Perisic's cross, back post. Hooked away by Mitai. Had to do it. There was a runner off the right flank there, coming around the back post for Croatia. Would have had a clear shot or clear head at goal, but well taken away by Mitai. It's not over yet though, Albania, despite trailing, although they've given it away here. That's terrible. Given away. Budimir couldn't find his man. Closed down well. Just as I was saying, it's not over yet as they come forward here. And Sutalo doing well there defensively against Seferi. That's very good. Albania were on the counter there. I'm saying it's not over yet. Albania can still get an equaliser. There's still a goal in this. It's open game as we enter the final 9 minutes. It's anybody's game, but Croatia have the lead crucially. At the moment they're not looking back, not looking to defend this lead. They're looking to attack, looking to add to another. to their tally at the moment, Croatia. Maybe sometimes they say the best method of defence is attack. If you keep the ball in the final third, the opposition can't harm you. Keep them on the back foot. That's lovely. Albania committed in their challenge. Winning it back by Rami. Down the left it comes. Safari with a cross in. And comfortably dealt with there by Perisic, who just chested it back to his keeper. Albania still have a threat. And maybe is their one chance for them. At the moment, Croatia pushing for a third. Modric. Kovacic. Getting closed down. Ayeti. Under pressure. Has to go back to Strakosha. Ayeti. Shim City. Mitai. Running into his own box here. Mitai's under a lot of pressure. He does well. Turns Pasalic there. 1-2 touch. That's lovely. Nice give and go. And Manai's been dragged around there by Shutalo. He does commit the foul, and Albania will get the free kick. Around about the halfway line. Substitutions incoming here for Croatia. It's going to be Ivan Perisic. He's going to make way. It's going to be ushered off the near side by the referee there. Trying to sneak off the long way. Not allowed. And Perisic is going to be replaced by Borna Sosa. And the second substitution is going to be Andrej Kramaric. And he's going to be replaced by Martin Baturina. So Borna Sosa and Martin Baturina coming on, replacing Andrej Kramaric. Got the equaliser. And Ivan Perisic for Croatia. Kramaric got the leveller. And he was involved in the build-up to the second as well. Played the ball to Budimir, and Budimir found through into the box it went, and a strike from one of the substitutes cascaded around and into the back of the net. Sucic. Albania making changes as well. Hoja and another player that I didn't see there, Daku, Merlin Daku and Albert Hoxha have come on for Albania. So a double change for them to throw one last throw of the dice for them in this. Hisai with the long throw. Well cut out by Croatia. Cleared away by Josko Vardiol as Jim City will pick it back up and look to get his side on the front foot again with Mitai. 5 minutes plus additional time to go. Safari is brought down there. It will be a free kick to Albania. Shutalo again committing the foul. Wouldn't write off Albania at this late stage. Certainly not. But we've seen a few teams already in the competition, 2-1 down into the dying moments, pushing for a late equaliser and end up conceding a third. Hungary, the first example. Yesterday we saw Georgia do exactly the same thing against Turkey and end up losing 3-1. It's about finding that balance between attacking and defending when pushing a game. Can Albania find that balance? Safari. Closed down well by Juranovic. Will run out though for an Albanian throw. High up on the left. Taken quickly by Safari. Budimir. Croatia just getting it away there. Not fully though. Given away again. Budimir involved. Cross comes in. Early cross, very early cross. Cleared away by Juranovic. Back to Safari. The flag was up there. Disappointing end there to a good bit of play from Albania. Jasula was involved. Safari was offside. The two substitutes. The two players that come off, by the way, Yoba Ramadani and Ray Manai came off for Albania, for Hosha and Daku. Fresh legs up front there. Try and throw one last attempt at it here. But the Croatians could be on the verge of their first win at Euro 2024, and a hard-fought win at that. And we'll have a look at Group B's table. The table of Group B. Better way to put it. At the end of the match, before we get ready for our two Group A games to come. Germany take on Hungary from 5. And Scotland against Switzerland from 8. As again, closed down in the final third, Croatia. Here's Modric. Modric! Just wide. Saw the space, saw the opportunity. Took the strike, but just wide from Luka Modric. To scoop it into the far corner, but just wide of the left post from Luka Modric there. Nice switch ball. Ticking on first time there. Down the right, but again given away. Wasteful in the final third there. Albania. And now Croatia on the counter here with Sucic. Oh, that's lovely work in between the lines. And the shot is saved by Baturina. Or from Baturina there by Strakosha. Good work down the left. Baturina stepped inside, took the shot. Saved by Strakosha. And despite a few of their older players, and probably Croatia's golden generation, as it's so called, could be coming to a close, but Baturina, a glimpse of the future for this nation, who have been a major team in recent international tournaments. Oh, Albania still have a bit of fight in them. Here they come, the shot! Saved, the rebound, into the bar! What a moment! What a chance! The offside flag was going to go up against Daku anyway. Lovakovic is on the floor. That is some solo run. It's Hoja. Had the shot. And not a great initial catch by Lovakovic. He spilled it initially in. It allowed Daku the opportunity to step in, and did get a connection on it. The flag was up against him. And the shot was fired over the bar. That's another good opportunity for Albania. We always say the team pushing always get a chance. Always get an opportunity. And was that Albania's chance? We'll find out, because we'll see how long is added on at the end of the 90. Here in Hamburg. 5 out of minutes. And once again, Albania will feel very hard done by. They fought well defensively against Italy for the majority of that game. Didn't have the attacking potency that maybe could have got them an equaliser in that one. They've played much better up front in this one. Led for such a long time. Ended up finding themselves behind from 2 lapses of concentration, and how harsh football can be at times. That Albania have played well in both games against really tough opposition in Italy and Croatia, but could come out with nothing to show for it in the end. And that's the harsh realities of football. And Lovakovic is okay. He's back to his feet after receiving a bit of treatment with that collision with Daku. Still time. If Silvino's side want to have one more chance. The assistant has just changed the amount of time added on. So we're going to have 6 added minutes. It was initially 5. They've added another one onto that. That's interesting. I've never seen that happen before. There we are. Mainly because they've probably had an injury stoppage for the majority of the first minute of added time, so they've just added the extra minute on the end of it. So the 6 added minutes, of which we've played all about 2. Well, we've seen all about 2 play out, but this is the first real touch of possession for the restart, with Albania here at the back. Ayeti. East side trying to lift it forward. Nicely taken down in that area by Bayrami. On the spin, lovely work. Down the left, there's bodies forward here for Albania. In the box it comes, continues to run. Has a chance at goal to Ferry. Still alive, the shot saved. Oh, the second one is away from goal, my goodness me. What a scramble that was. Fantastic run as Hosha again from the left. Finds it into the box, finds Seferi, cuts it back, and the shot comes in from Daku. Oh, he takes a real strike on the head there, does Vardiol. And that's why this has been stopped, because Daku's second shot came off he connected with the head of Vardiol, and he's given away the free kick and gets a yellow card for that high boot. But my goodness me, how close Albania have come again there. How many chances do they want? Goodness me. 2 very good solo runs from Hosha from the left-hand side, and ending up with a bit of goal-mouth scrambles. I don't know what the touchline for Albania is going on about. I really don't know what Salvino's complaining about there, and the whole bench of Albania are complaining at something. No idea what that is. Jim City, nice ball forward. Here's Hosha. Battling with Juranovic, and gets the throw in. Keeps Albania up the pitch. 2 minutes of the 6 to go. There might be more to come beyond that 6. And Albania, a realistic probability. They're creating chances. They might just nick a late equaliser here. Maybe, just maybe. Through the lines. That's a lovely ball. The cut back. Oh, it's not dealt with. It's in! The man who got the goal that gave Croatia the lead, an own goal, has got his side back on level terms. That is a huge moment for Albania. For a while there, they felt they were getting nothing out of this. But they've never given up. They've fought to the death. And they could have got their just rewards for it. Klaus Jasula, the man to finish. Lovely spin again from Hosha. He's been a real difference maker down that left-hand side. The ball on the inside channel. Mitai found the ball, cut it back. Terrible defending from Croatia. And a lovely sweeping finish by Jasula. Right past Livakovic. Through the legs of Vardiol. No chance. That's terrible defending from Shutalo. Just swung a leg at it. Didn't really. Half-hearted attempt at a clearance, and he pays the price. 2-2. What a game. Wow. Albania. And Salvino goes absolutely nuts on the sideline. And rightfully so. Jasula scored the own goal that could have delivered 3 points for Croatia inadvertently. Well, up the other end, he scored at the right end that could savour a huge point for Albania here. Although, there's more than enough time, and they might want to nick a late winner. There's bodies forward. Down the left it comes. Here they're in the box again. Cut back. Mitai. Over the cross. Blocked. Mario Mitai keeps it. Aslani. Nice 1-2. Aslani. Squares it across. In the box it comes. The cut back. The shot blocked. Vardiol in the way. Goodness me. Albania have burst into life here. Although Croatia are on the break. Modric just cut out there. There will be a pull back here for, I think there might be a free kick incoming. I think it's a Croatian free kick. Yeah, it is. There's an Albanian player on the floor as well. It's gone absolute chaos here. Yeah, it was just Yasula and Ayeti colliding, and that's some late drama there. Yasula just come flying on, trying to cut Modric in half there. Luckily, Modric skipped out of the way. Will be a free kick. We've played a minute and a half over the 6 added. Is there time for a winner? Either side could get it as Croatia get it away. And now the counter-attack is on here for Albania. Daku making the run. Safari couldn't get the ball. Too short from Daku. Still alive, but back to Livakovic. Have Croatia got one more chance in them? End-to-end finish here in Hamburg. Wow, what a game. And there's still a chance for a winner to be conjured up here. Kovacic trying to eke the space. Kovacic! Strakosha got it away. Just about. And that's it. The end of the game. What a game. Wow. What an outcome of this one. 98 minutes of wonderful football. Ends in a 2-2 draw. Fully deserved for Albania. Croatia feel hard done by. They worked ever so hard in that second half to come from behind, the crew to find a lead, to try and get 3 points. Lachi's goal in the first half gave Albania the lead, but 2 quick succession goals from Croatia gave them the first lead of the game. Kramaric with the equaliser, and a Shasula own goal from Sucic's strike, finding the net for 2-1 before Shasula made it right at the right end and scored in the right nets to level things in the 95th minute for Albania. Both sides had opportunities for a winner later on, but it's the point apiece in Hamburg. What a game, what a finish, and a huge point duly deserved for Albania. And Croatia might feel it's 2 points dropped in the end. Final score from the Volksparkstadion. It's Croatia 2, Albania 2. Wow, just wow. Is all you can say. That's nuts. The final score, as you can see there, from our first game of the day, Croatia 2, Albania 2. Let's have a look quickly at the table then, just before we leave you. In Group B, Croatia feel a bit hard done by, but very well hard-fought game. If we can get a quick look at the table, that would be great. Here we are. Here's the tables then. If we look in the middle of the left column of our tables, it's Group B, the one that we've just watched, and Albania and Croatia remain in the same positions as they did after one match apiece. But it now means Spain and Italy could have a real battle, dogged fight out for a chance. If both draw, they could both qualify heading into match day 3, because if Spain and Italy get a point, that will be 4 points apiece. They will be 3 points ahead of Albania and Croatia heading into the final games. But of course, it's not goals scored that are goal difference that decides the positions. It's the head-to-heads, and both with Spain and Italy having won against their opposite numbers in Albania and Croatia, they would have a massive advantage. And they play tomorrow night, and if they draw that game, Spain and Italy, they'll both find a spot in the knockouts for them. The winner would also find that. They would have a clear advantage, a 5-point advantage over the two teams, 3rd and 4th, if they win tomorrow. Right, that's it. Two more games to come for you, both from Group A, and our next offering is the hosts back in action again, and they face Hungary, who lost 3-1 in the opening match against Switzerland, And at the HP Arena in Stuttgart, it's Germany who can qualify for the knockouts with a win against Hungary, who want to rescue their hopes of a knockout place in the group. That game is about an hour away. See you for then.